another exciting edition of Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And today we're going to talk about purchasing from dealers. It's actually a very, very good way to build up your inventory. Because what's one of the hardest things about getting inventory, according to a lot of people?
Getting a lot of it and very often. That's my goal.
A lot of people have trouble finding it. What has a dealer done for you?
Like what?
They found it, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Way to roll with the punches over here.
I don't have this trouble, obviously.
That's true. They found it for you already. Now, the odds of you going out and getting Action Comics #1 from a dealer at $5, slim to none, and Slim just left town.
Unless it's a reprint.
That's true. Odds of you doing it out in the wild? Slim to none, and Slim just left town. There's a reason that's $1 million comic book. There's probably one hiding away in some attic somewhere, and if you happen to know where it is, just give me a call and I'll give you a finder's fee. Give you 10% of what I pay for it when I pay $5 for it.
Nice.
You can't argue with that. 50 cents. Used to be able to buy you a cup of coffee. But so you go out to a dealer. Now you've made some purchases from dealers. In fact, we've highlighted at least one of them over here on the channel.
Sure.
Now, you tend to be a lot higher up the chain than I am. You tend to buy the dealers out when they no longer want to be in business.
Correct. Yes. That's the best time.
Unless they know something you don't know.
Yeah. Well, that could be, yeah. Besides, they need money and room.
That's true, too. We all need that. So you purchase at the extreme, when the dealer says, I no longer want to do this, I want to retire, my wife's giving me a hard time about having 5 million boxes in the living room. Speaking of which,
yeah.
You ever want to get into the book business? I forgot. Anyway. But dealers are a great source. I know I've done the video on here where I went to the flea market and I was showing a lot of different Harper's Weeklies that I purchased. And I've sold a number of those so far. The dealer did give me a call back because I left my card with him, and he contacted me, and I bought another box of them off of him. And I just sent him greetings over the holidays, and he said, oh, my goodness, I was just thinking of you. I've got more stuff for you. I just haven't gotten in touch with you. I'm down in Florida. I'll get back in touch with you in February. So certainly pass your business card out to the dealers and let them know you're interested. But the nice thing about buying from a dealer is, what do they do for a living?
They're selling.
They deal. So what have they come up with as far as when they're selling you stuff? A price.
Okay, they know what they want. They know what they have and what they're willing to get rid of it for.
And that's a huge, huge advantage is to be able to buy something or other off the dealer. Is you're not hemming and hawing over price. I mean, you might be a little bit, but you're all in the same ballpark. And they also understand that if it's going for $25 on eBay, you can't pay $25 for it. A lot of people will sit there and say, well, you're going to sell it for $25. You can give me $20 for it. It sounds like you've heard that before.
I love those, yeah.
A dealer's not going to do that. They understand. They know how difficult it is. Probably the best dealer to buy from is a dealer that's tried to sell online.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
They don't want to deal with the BS that they would probably call it.
Yeah. And they know. They've done it before. They know that taking the picture's tough. They know that listing it's tough. They know that answering all the questions is tough. They know chasing their money down is tough. They know shipping it out is tough. Waiting for the person to get the item is tough, et cetera, et cetera. Every step of the way, you're doing a lot of work. If you're watching this, you're putting a lot of work in, and congratulations to you. You know, any money you make, you definitely deserve it, because this is not easy. Anybody that says it is has never tried it before. But the best of all is a dealer that has tried it before, because then they're willing to sell you the stuff and let you make the profit, and they understand everything that goes into the work. Do you have any tips if you were to buy from a dealer?
Just from over the years, I mean, my father taught me this, but like always come in low, because you can always go up. Not too low, but realistically low, where you can negotiate on a price and meet in the middle somewhere. Because they like to feel good that they're getting close to what they want. They're not getting insulted. Don't ever insult them if they got a $1,000 item. You don't offer them $50. Right. They know better. But generally, there's going to be negotiating, and both sides like that. It's part of the game.
See, that's funny, because we're definitely going to have to do a video at some point about haggling, because I basically come in at my offer. I usually don't move it up very much. Mm-hmm. It's But probably whether you're dealing with a dealer or somebody who's not a dealer, probably the most powerful thing that you have is the ability to leave. That's what it comes down to. And so if I'm working with you as a dealer and you've got the stuff here and you want $500 for it and I think it's worth $350 and I'm not willing to go up, I walk out the door. What don't you have?
You have your money.
Yeah, what don't you have as the dealer? You don't have my $350.
Right, exactly.
What do you have?
My same crap.
Boxes of stuff that you don't want. So don't be afraid to walk away, whether it's from a dealer or somebody else. Definitely willing to do that. And we did the video there about the baseballs, which shows that does work. It definitely does. Get to your top price, and then you can't pay more. You can't overpay on stuff just to get stuff, because you will get something else.
You do have more leverage, though. Like, say, if they came to your house with the stuff, or if they came to my shop with the stuff, you have more leverage because they don't want to pack it back up generally. They came to unload it. Whereas if you went to their house or their business, in their head they feel they have the leverage because, hey, it's still here. I don't have to deliver it. You don't want it. You're leaving with nothing. Sometimes that's the case.
There are people that think that way, and that is actually an error that I've seen a lot of people make. They've gone to an auction, and they've said, well, I might as well bid on it. I drove 2 hours anyway. And it's like, yes, you've invested the time and there wasn't anything here good for you, or the price is going too high. Are you going to accumulate and pile on that error by overpaying for something? You got to know when to walk away. There are times when you're at an auction or a sale or whatever, and everything is just way overpriced. Just walk away.
Right.
Go get yourself a nice breakfast, a nice lunch, and just say, well, I'm not going to go back to that sale again. Or, that auctioneer just gets too high prices and stuff. I'm not going to go there anymore. It's not worth the 2-hour drive. So dealers can be a great place to pick things up at. The nice thing is they've accumulated the stuff. They know what the stuff's worth, and they understand that you're in the business of making money as well. So they're usually willing to give you a better deal.
Well, plus a lot of times it's in order. It's protected in the proper sleeves, boxes, so a lot of that's time and money that you don't have to invest in afterwards.
Yep, that's true too. And a lot of times they've weeded out the garbage. The stuff without covers, they've just thrown it out. They're not even wasting your time with it.
Right.
Whereas other people will have it there. Well, we're getting 6 boxes. Well, I'm getting 5 and a box of stuff that I don't need. Yeah. That ends up happening as well a lot of times. So definitely talk to them and pass your business card out to them. And always offer to pay finder's fees. Be willing to pay finder's fees to them, because they may come across other stuff all the time. A lot of people know that I do magazines, you do magazines.
Mm-hmm.
You get a phone call from a dealer that isn't a magazine dealer, but he's dealt with you before.
Right.
And he might say, hey, I went there to buy all the Hummels.
Yep.
And they have boxes and boxes of records. They have boxes. I don't know that stuff at all. I don't want to deal with it.
Sure.
Just give this person a call. They want to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah. And on the business cards, when I hand them out to my customers or whoever, it's got my cell number on there, obviously. But I always tell them, you can call me anytime because I will leave. If it's something worthwhile, I'll leave in the middle of the night. I don't care. I don't want to lose out on the deal. But number 2, if you're there and you got records, send me pictures. If it's junk records, you don't have to buy them and lug them over. If it's good stuff, you buy them. So I always tell them, just send me pictures. If you have any idea what the stuff's worth, I can let you know if it's good or bad, or make you an offer right there.
Yeah, that's another good thing over there as well. And don't underestimate doing that. Anytime you do a deal with anybody, if they're happy with the outcome of the deal, make sure they have your business card and make sure you say to them, hey, if you know anybody else,
right.
if you know anybody else, because you'd be amazed how, 3 years down the road, I think you got the one deal you were talking about where the guy was walking his dog.
Oh, yeah. That was a great deal, yeah.
And somebody else had said, oh, yeah, I've got this over here to sell. And the person had dealt with you years before and had remembered your name and given you a call on it. So the more that you're out there, your name is out there, the more deals you're going to get. But don't be afraid to buy from a dealer. Sometimes they can be some of the best people that you can purchase from. The other nice thing about a dealer, especially if they don't, and this is for the smaller items, the one-offs and two-offs kind of deals. They set up at the flea market. There's one person I'm thinking of over here. They basically specialize in toys and they specialize in jewelry. But they do sell kids' books, things like that sometimes. They will have priced the kids' books at X dollar, $5 a piece or something other like that, but they don't go and search on them. They just have a feel that these are all worth $5 each. So you can go and pick out the two $50 books because they don't know, they don't care. They were in a lot of something else they bought. They price them at $5 each. That's where you can use your expertise just to buy those two. And I've had it before where I've looked and I've bought the two or had the two out, and they say, because they know I'm a fellow dealer as well, hey, you want the whole pile? And you'll be like, well, I was going to buy these two for 10. And they'll say $20 for the whole pile. And you're looking down, there's 12 more books. And you're saying to yourself, well, I was going to pay 10 for two. I'm getting 12 more for $10.
Right.
And then I've actually found some very good items that way that I didn't know were good until I purchased. And I never would have bought them in the first place. And now I'm on the lookout for there. My want list is even longer just because I said, yeah, sure, I'll take the whole box from you. Why not?
Sure.
You know, and they were happy to move it because they brought it out to, you know, they schlepped it out to 3 or 4 different flea markets, sold the stuff off, made their money out of it, probably paid $20 for the whole box, sold 10 books before, getting all their money back. They're happy as anything. And they know me, and it makes them feel good too, that, hey, I know he buys the stuff. They'll be more likely to buy kids' books next time they see it, and maybe cut out the people at the flea market. Maybe just give me a call. You never know.
Sure.
So dealers can be some of your best allies out there. Let them know what you're looking for. Let them know that you pay cash. Let them know you're always willing to buy, and you'll pick up some great buys. So hopefully that helps you some, and we'll see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.